Welcome, Pirate. Are you an atheist or a theist?
I am an atheist.
Okay, can you give me your rational basis that God does not exist?
Sure. I just, from everything that I have done my own research on, it just doesn't, with my, like you, how you feel, you believe, you have faith in something. My belief and faith is just the fact that if there is, I don't believe in God because I've not been shown anything to me that could provide me the idea that God exists.
But
Now,
that's,
whether or
yeah.
not that's true or not, I've never been provided anything that I could see within Scripture from all religions that provides me what I would be like, oh, okay, well, that makes sense. So it's just, you know what I mean? That's just how I feel.
Okay, so let me get this straight. So you're saying God does not exist because the world that you come into contact with exists with complete independence from God.
I believe that the information that I have been given.
Is that your position?
Sir, I'm happy to go back and forth. Just let me get my point across real quick. My thing is that, like, one of the things that shows me that there is no real proof is that you consider yourself to be a Christian, correct?
You're not answering my question.
I'm trying to answer your question
You're not
by asking you a question.
so far. I'll repeat the question.
Okay.
Are you telling me God, in fact, does not exist because the world that you're in contact with, all these things, you have determined they exist with complete and utter independence from God?
Yes. Yeah.
How did you determine that any state of affairs exists with independence from God? What is it that ultimately exists that dictates why that state of affairs exists with independence from God?
Because the information that I have been provided from your side, as far as evidence of the divine, has not proven to me beyond a reasonable doubt that there is a creator.
Okay.
It's a restatement of the same claim.
What you have now done is you are committing an appeal to ignorance fallacy that atheism is true because it hasn't been falsified by evidentiary support that indicates God. That's an appeal to ignorance fallacy. Okay?
But my question to you is this, sir. I like to ask you a quick question.
Are you accepting or rejecting?
Hold on.
No,
I appreciate us talking.
This is
I
not
just want to have
your
a
stream.
This is
not your stream. This is my stream. You hold on. Now, you're free to talk at length if you want to, but you're not free to run roughshod over legitimate questions that I asked you. I asked you a question that you ignored. Are you accepting?
What question did I ignore? I'm sorry.
Look, be rude one more time, and I'm going to eject you.
I'm not being rude. I'm saying I'm sorry if I didn't answer your question. Please restate.
I accept that.
That's it.
Now, are you accepting or rejecting that the rationale that you gave is an appeal to ignorance fallacy? Do you accept that it's a fallacy or do you deny it?
I deny it's a fallacy.
Okay, so is it your position that God does not exist because atheism has not been falsified by evidentiary support that God does exist?
Yes, correct.
That's an appeal to ignorance fallacy.
No, it's not.
Okay, would you like me to explain it to you? An appeal to ignorance fallacy is that a proposition is true because it hasn't been falsified. Is atheism true because it hasn't been falsified by evidence for God?
I'm saying whether or not atheism is true
Answer
or not.
the question.
Sir.
I'm going to kick you in about 2 seconds because, again, you're not answering my question. I'll repeat the question that you dodged. Is atheism true because it hasn't been falsified by evidence for God?
Atheism. What I'm saying is that I have not been provided evidence.
Goodbye. You're done. You're done. That's the last time you dodged. Okay, you see this, folks? When you ask them precise, clarifying questions, if the question implicates their position as being irrational, they refuse to answer the question while at the same time pretending that they're not cheating and they're answering the question.
Well, it's interesting. He doesn't answer the question, but he just reformulates the same assertion in a different proposition.
Yeah, that's right. The highest level atheist argument is nuh-uh, nuh-uh. Yeah, why doesn't God exist? Because there's no evidence for God, Rod. No evidence for God, Rod. Polly want a cracker? No evidence for God, Rod.
Yeah.
You know, really? Really? And how do you support that statement? You're shifting the burden of proof, Rod. Shifting the burden of proof. Polly wants a cracker, shifting the burden of proof.